Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to another video. I saw this article and I had to comment on this. I think this might actually be true, this rumor too. This is from Bounding Into Comics. Rachel Zegler's Snow White rumored to be an independent liberal socialist that leads a revolution against the evil queen. But this is hilarious case. So look at this photo, okay? So first of all, you got these soldiers over here that literally look like the costumes were from like a movie from like 1982 about a war movie that might happen in 2010. That's literally what this looks like. Like, look at this suit he's got on. This is not Snow White. Like, Snow White draws from like old European 1800s architecture and look and all that stuff. Like, what is going on here? And then Snow White looks totally bizarre. Like, this looks like something you'd see at Woodstock or something. Like, she would actually be pretty cool at Woodstock. Are those bell bottoms? Like, it looks like they're kind of pants. This is so weird. And then if this is the prince wearing a lady's like office outfit, like, what is he wearing? He's got a dress on. He looks like what you would see, you know, your female politicians wear, like a Hillary Clinton or like Kamala. Kamala wears this type of stuff all the time. What is this? Why is he wearing this? This is like a weird, and it looks almost kind of like futuristic, kind of. What is this movie? How does this have anything to do with Snow White at all? Like, who are these guys? This is bizarre. Oh my word. New rumor claims that the upcoming live action, I'm going to say not Snow White, based on the photos starring Rachel Zegler, will see the character depicted as a liberal socialist who leads a revolt against Gal Gadot's queen. Oh no. This comes from My Time to Shine Hello on Twitter. Or X. I think Twitter sounded better. But the people that save Snow White in this version are called the Bandits. Jonathan, the male love interest, who isn't a prince, is also a bandit. Well, he's a bandit in a dress. The bandits are like Robin Hood. They steal from the queen to feed the poor. Snow White herself is an independent liberal socialist and leads a revolution. So it's not Snow White then. They literally just took the title Snow White and wrote a completely different movie, hoping you as the consumer would be stupid enough to go in and watch this garbage because it has the name Snow White in it. And, you know, guaranteed there's going to be a few people that do, although I think this is going to be a major problem. There's no dwarves. They're bandits. The Scoober previously detailed the dwarves were being reimagined as bandits and that the prince was no more, in a post to X, Twitter, in the middle of July. The people that save Snow White in this version are called bandits. Jonathan, the male interest, who isn't a prince, is also a bandit. The bandits are like Robin Hood. Oh, no. It was revealed that dwarves were not going to be in the film back in January 2022 when a Disney spokesman reacts to comments from Peter Dinklage criticizing the dwarves' portrayal in the original 1937 animated classic. Now, I have a video about that where I have quotes from other dwarf actors that are really mad about that because they think it's ridiculous. And coming from Peter Dinklage, who's basically the richest, most popular dwarf actor out there, for him to be like, no, we don't want them being dwarves, really bothers a lot of the other dwarves that are trying to get roles. The Disney spokesman told the Hollywood Reporter to avoid reinforcing stereotypes from the original animated film. We're taking a different approach with these 7 characters, turning them into bandits. Oh my gosh, we look forward to sharing more as the film heads into production after a lengthy development period. The film has been in development for 3 years. The studio has been reimagining the dwarf characters since the earliest stages. Way to go! So now they're these random bandits. This is so dumb. It's not Snow White. They're just putting the name. Since that report, a number of set photos have surfaced. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's no dwarfs. We know that already. Zegler and Gadot made it clear that Snow White would not be rescued by a prince. So, okay, so it's not Snow White. So this rumor is probably true. It's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White. She's not going to be saved by the prince, blah, blah, blah. We've all seen this. Well, most of us have anyway. It's really cringy. She's really arrogant. It's just... okay, we already know that. She's not going to be saved by the prince. This was pretty brave. She even joked in that interview, oh, maybe, you know, she mentioned the actor that plays the I guess not prince. Maybe we'll just cut out all of his scenes. And I guess now what she meant by that was that they did cut out all of the prince's scenes because he's not a prince. So she was actually telling the truth about that. We have when asked if the prince would be in the film, we have a different approach to what I'm sure a lot of people will assume is a love story just because we cast a guy in the movie. Andrew Burnham, a great dude. She's Canadian. It's one of those things that I think everyone's going to have their assumptions about what it's actually going to be, but it's really not about the love story at all, which is really, really wonderful, and whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Imagine who says something like that. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby. So this isn't Snow White. It's an inner journey that she goes on to find her true self, and she meets a lot of people along the way that make the journey really incredible. Reacted to the room. Yellow Flash. I like him. He reacted to the room. It's not far-fetched when it comes from this company, so I kind of believe it. Okay, so I think it's true. Honestly, I do. Like, look at the photo. Does that not look like a band of revolutionaries? Liberal socialist revolutionaries? Yes, it does. Look at them. That's exactly what it looks like. Like, you know, when you see those photos of like communist, like young people, and they're like there's that one where they got their fists up. They're like, "We're gonna get you. We're in the forest practicing fighting," and then you see the photo of them. They look like the biggest losers ever. That's literally what this is. I will guarantee. You know what? I'm saying it now. This person. Who is this again? Yeah, My Time to Shine is right. I'm calling it. I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't think this is wrong at all. I think this is dead on. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, what is this? So bottom line is, guys, this isn't Snow White. It's not. It's something else. They're putting the Snow White name on it. They're calling it that to get you to go watch a movie about liberal socialist propaganda. That's what it is. Literally, that's what it is. And so they're putting this. Can you imagine? So Snow White is what put Disney on the map, right? So they had other stuff before that, but that movie, when it came out, it still is the highest grossing, if you take into inflation, animated movie ever made. People don't really realize that, and it put Disney on the map, and it's what set the stage for the future of all the movies they made. Jungle Book after that, Dumbo, blah 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 blah. For the people that run Disney now, to take that story that was so beloved that it really spawned this enormous company with theme parks, everything else, all those jobs, it really started the whole thing, changed movie making, made animation credible in on the big screen, all that stuff. They're literally taking that, which is literally the like peak groundbreaking animated feature of all time, and using its name to sell you a story about an independent liberal socialist that leads a revolution against the evil queen. There's no dwarves. There's no prince. There's no love story. There's nothing. And I don't see how Gal Gadot as the queen is going to be jealous of Rachel Zegler's looks, which was the premise of the queen in the original, because Snow White was so beautiful. Gal Gadot is smoking compared to Rachel Zegler's. None of this makes sense, and Rachel Zegler is Hispanic. She's not white. It's Snow White. Her mom called her that because she's white. So this isn't Snow White. So I would encourage all of you to talk to your friends and family and make sure they do not go and waste their money thinking they're seeing a movie that is Snow White. It is literally Snow White, a name only. The prince is wearing a dress. This whole thing is an absolute disaster. I can't even believe this. I can't believe they actually made this. I am shocked. Somebody put in the comments what they spent on this movie. They spent 3 years putting it together. It looks like a university or college dropout or whatever could have put this together in like an hour. So you tell me what. I want to know what the budget for this was. This is awful. Tell me in the comment section what you guys think. Are you guys going to actually go see this, or are we just going to just completely laugh at it and destroy it on social media, which is what it deserves? Thanks for listening to this, guys. Check out my other content. Check out the link to my other Snow White video, which has more of what Zegler has been saying as well, which has just totally tarnished this movie and her reputation completely. Check out any of my other Star Wars videos and my sequels reimagined if you feel like it. If you do like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot for listening and watching, and have a good day.